couple of video games. Excuse me. The first one here is Arkham City, the sequel to the... I can't remember what year it came out, but Arkham Island, a couple of years ago. The first game was absolutely fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I haven't actually played this at all yet, I have to confess, because I've been playing the other game, and unfortunately I don't have a whole lot of time to devote to video games these days, in amongst everything else I do. But from what I've heard, from friends and things who've been playing it, is good, basically. Excuse me. There is a comic book title about this at the moment that actually says on the front cover it's based on the game, but to my understanding it's actually not based on the story of the game. The comic book series actually acts as a bridge between the first game and the second game. So that's that one. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, I'm back. Phone call went. We keep getting phone calls from some automated machine, which is a nuisance. Anyway, while I was away, I figured I'd just pick up the first game, Arkham Asylum. I think I just called it Arkham Island. But yeah. So that's them. That's unhelpful. There we go. So yeah. So the first game was absolutely fantastic. I'm expecting good things from the second one, from what I've heard from people. So that's all good. Right, and on with the second game I bought this month was Assassin's Creed Revelations. These are probably my favourite current video game series, which is why I chose to play this before Arkham City there. Excuse me. It's let me think how to explain it without giving too much away. The basic premise for the title is basically an ongoing war between Templars and Assassins. There are these ancient artifacts that have lots and lots of power, and basically the Templars want to use the powers of these artifacts to control the world, and the Assassins are trying to prevent that, basically. It's a fantastic story, in my opinion, hence why I enjoy it so much. As I've been playing through this, I think I'm about 2/3 of the way through this at the moment. So that's pretty good fun. I've got the special edition version there. Show you the cover a bit. This is actually the fourth main game of the series. They've released like hundreds of tie-in games. But it's the overall story is they're calling it a trilogy, although this is already the fourth game. It's basically a trilogy of the characters. I have the other games here, just show you quickly. The first Assassin's Creed is the story of one character, Altair. I have no idea how you pronounce his last name. Yeah, she didn't even say it on the back there. But it follows the story of Altair. The second game is what all three are part of the same story. The second through fourth game there are actually all part of the same story. That's why they're technically counting it as a trilogy. But that follows Ezio Auditore Firenze, I think this is his full name. Yep, I think I just about pronounced that right. But there is a fantastic story. For anyone who actually doesn't play video games, there are the books. They have released the books that more or less follow the same as the games there. I've actually managed to get a hold of them. I haven't read the books myself, but my mum loves them, so I've been able to borrow them off her. She had just given them to a friend, which is why it took me a little while to get them to do this video. I'll have to stand up, I think. But yeah, you got the this is the order they actually released the books, which is actually a slightly different order to the games. Obviously you've got, this was the story from Assassin's Creed 2. As you can see, it's actually the same. Well, very similar there. Excuse me. And then obviously Brotherhood, Revelations. And this, The Secret Crusade, which was the third book that they released, actually follows the story of the character from the first game. The reason they released it here was because the third story ties together, or the third book in the third game ties together the two characters, the two different characters, if that makes sense. So let me just step back and show you all that there. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. Got a really sore throat. But no, I say there are a few differences between the books and the games that I'm aware of. The main big one being that the games, in the games it's actually a modern person reliving the stories of his ancestors, who are the assassins, through a machine that supposedly allows you to relive genetic memories passed down through family bloodlines and things like that. And they want to do that so they can find out where some of these ancient artifacts and things have gone to hopefully be able to prevent the Templars overtaking the world in the modern time. The books, however, skip out all the modern aspect of it and just show you the story of the past characters. Oh, excuse me. They just show the story of the past characters. So, which in all fairness, people only play the video games for the past story anyway, not the modern characters. So you're not missing out on a lot if you just read the books. But because it's all in the video game series, it's all building towards a modern day event, I'll be interested to see how they do that in the books, if they bother with that at all, or if they somehow change it, or maybe even just release some books that are just the modern part of the story, or what. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But so yeah, there are also a few comic books that tie into this as well, that follow a completely different character set in Russia. I've never read them myself. I do want to try and get a hold of them. I'll try and pick those up at some point, I think. As well as there's a new comic book series starting this summer. I don't know exactly when it's coming out. It's called The Chain, I think it was. But it's basically, it's finishing off the story of this Russian character that are in the other comics, and it will set up the next video game, or give a little bit of backstory to the next upcoming video game, which comes out at the end of October. And I would assume there'll probably be another book to come out as well. So yeah, anyway, I've been rambling on for quite a while now. I better cut this short just to make sure I don't go over the 15 minutes. I don't think I can upload videos over 15 minutes, so I had better cut this short. Right, hope that hasn't been too long and boring for you all. I will see you all again soon in a new video with a bit of luck. Goodbye for now. Bye.